In a few moments, you will have an experience which will seem completely real. It will be the result of your subconscious fears transformed to your conscious awareness. Warning, this tape must not be played. It can be extremely harmful and result in severe trauma. You have 5 seconds to terminate this tape. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hey everybody, it's me. That's how you do it input. You look at the little bubble to see if the sound waves are showing up. You don't broadcast for like 13 minutes on mute. Anyway, it's me, Aries0083. Let me turn on my camera. I'm still alive. I'm old. I've been growing out my stupid beard. I got my little hat, as always. I got a scrape that I got last week because of snow. Dumb snow. But that's global warming for you. People are like, oh, global warming isn't real. Forget you, man. Anyways, I see I have 2 viewers. They're probably going to leave right away, but welcome. Uh, this is going to be the last video I do for this channel. I wanted to end with the end of the year, like 2022. Yep, close it off. But then I made a New Year's video and I'm like, that doesn't exactly close off things in 2022. Doesn't also resolve the whole issue, like returning viewers if they come back and they'll be like, subscribe. When is new content coming out? Well, if my plans go well, never, not after this. But I'll talk about all this later. I guess I'm gonna go through my usual spiel and go through the um. Hey, Chipper Williams. Hello. Hello. Like Miss Doubtfire would say. Hello. What's up? So let me take this off. Let me get to the banners. So I got the toy hall. I got blue because I guess I'm not feeling blue, but I'm feeling left wing. Vote blue. So my toy hall, core blimey. Uh, my toy hall includes a Victory Saber and Star Saber and Victory Leo, but I forgot to put them on my table. Maybe I'll get them. Huh? I don't know. I could turn off the camera and the mic and run over there. But let me get rid of this first. So, what have I been doing? Saving money. Wow. um, that's the anime wow wav. Thanks to Mooncat, I've been liking the wow. And my wife bought me this. It's a little magnet with an anime face that makes me think of that. Wow. I've been saving money. I've been avoiding legacy. Chipper says this is your last live stream for this channel. Yes, I'm making a new channel because this channel is old. I believe I opened the channel in 2004. I started making videos for the channel in 2007. So I always make it as the like if I had to put an established title on the channel, I would say established 2004. So it's old. Um, the YouTube has changed. Uh, I guess Let me check. I guess let's get into this. This is supposed to be the last thing, but I guess let me get this off this chest, as they say. Get this. Let me say it off my. Let me get this off my chest, or let me say it with my chest. So this channel is old. It's been around with me on YouTube since 2004. Things have changed. Like when I started watching YouTube, the number one YouTuber was Fred. Then it was Smosh. Then it was Equals 3. And I think it went to, the name is, it's gonna sound wrong. I think it's Nigahiga. Went to Nigahiga, and then I think after that, Smosh. No, not Smosh. PewDiePie, and then I think it was T Series, or they were in the competing T Series and PewDiePie. I think T Series is like it's like a Vivo channel from 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 a different country. So things have changed a lot. The algorithm has changed. We used to have annotations. We used to be able to do video responses. Remember that video responses? I remember I got a video response from a guy in Australia, a fan. I don't know if he still watches, but I was kind of like, "Whoa, that's weird." uh, Muhammad Faiz Danielle, a new channel. Yeah, I'm making a new channel. I'll plug it at the end. And Chipper Williams says, "Oh yeah, Fred, what happened to that guy? I guess he came out of the closet and took his money, and now he's living his best life." Um, Muhammad says, "Also, I was gonna meet the one and only Masahiro Inoue right here in Malaysia, like in a few hours." Wow. um, Masahiro Inoue. Um, I I don't know which writer that is. Decade. I'm dumb, but the original writer, I heard he's kind of like one of those manly guys. He's like, kids these days, they're all wusses. Yeah. Not a good look guy, but he's old. What do you expect? So yeah, I've been working on making three new channels. One is for gaming, one is for movies, and one is for adult stuff, old stuff. I think I kind of got inspired by the likes of YouTubers like Sean. It's Shaun, Sean, just that. Sean, H Bomber Guy, and Mooncat, Munecat. That spells moon. But I want to do like video essays, better videos talking about stuff. I'm gonna get political, so that I also want. Um, that's why it's SR. I'm gonna talk like an adult because I don't know how old most of my viewers are. The analytics sometimes will, like past analytics would say, hey, you got some under 13-year-old babies watching your channel, Transformers, man. And but lately it's been like 18 and up, so I don't want to lock the whole channel, like this channel, to 18 because it still gets views. My old videos get views whenever they show up. I'm sure the analytics are busted. If I would have started my YouTube channel with a better camera, I'd still be alive. Well, I don't think so. I was gonna say I'd be among the realms of MGO and Bolt Matrix and Pog doing videos. Quite frankly, I never watched a video of Pog's. I think he's boring. MGO. He's too goofy. I watch his just transform it videos, but I don't know. And Boat Matrix is cool, but he doesn't do as much content. He used to be on a podcast called TF Wire. That's how old I've been in the Transformers community, where another guy called Matrix Prime, he called himself. Uh, and the Matrix Prime made fun of Sean Long once, and I was like, F this guy. In my new channel, I'd say, F this guy. But I don't know, there's babies here. So I would say that my channel doesn't have the longevity that it did because there was a couple of years where I was living with me and my wife, my then fiance. We were living uh, in a location that didn't have internet. Quite frankly, we didn't have internet. We didn't have Wi-Fi. We didn't have a landline. The Wi-Fi I would use on the public buses and in the train station, the MTA. The MTA saved me during those years. They're getting rid of the Wi-Fi on the MTA buses, which is a shame, but it probably means that people don't use it. But back then, I was downloading like a Macker Flacker stuff to my phone and then watching it when I'd get home. That's why I didn't do a lot of videos during that time. I divided my time into seasons. So that was like season 3 where that's probably the season that has the less videos. I do make a little description about what was happening to me in the description of the playlist. So I nobody's ever noticed that, I bet. Now go check it out. But yeah, the analytics of everything has changed. Blogger was asking me, "Hey, you need to update your JTC tags or whatever," and I'm like, "I have no idea how to do that." So I just deleted the blog. I'm sorry if you were a fan of the blog. It only had 16 followers, but it's all gone. Um, YouTuber Sean made a video about how to be a YouTuber. Check it out. That's the route. That's what I was following. He gives you advice on what to get, like in terms of mics, software, and what to do with your channel. So I'm like trying to scrub the internet of my superfluous stuff because there's a YouTuber called Emperor Kumquat. I don't know their gender pronouns, so I'll call them they. They got hacked through a old account that they had. I guess they used the same password for both things, so they figured out the password here. They went to their YouTube and hacked it. So I'm cleaning the internet of my old stuff. Um, I only have one Facebook. I deleted the other one. Um, I've limited the amount of people to add as friends. It's weird. Um, I I don't just want to add people I don't know anymore because most of the times these Facebook friends, it'll be just like a picture, profile picture, and one post and nothing, and it'll say like created in 2023, and I'll be like, I don't know, this seems like a bot or a scammer. Um, it's like Twitter. I get every month or so, I get a new follower. It's a pretty girl, and then when I check their profile, it's like a just the profile, no post, a lot of followers, and only like following like one or two or whatever. It's a bot likely. So I'm cleaning stuff. I want to start fresh with the algorithm. Um, the only bad thing is that since I've created so many channels in the past, YouTube is the main channel that I'm going to be using. I can live stream, but the other two, I can't because it's like you have used this telephone number for too many accounts. You have to wait 1 year. I did that in December, and now it's telling me again you have to wait 1 year. So I'm like, I guess the year is from the date not the year. I was like, oh, 2023, I'll be able to do it. I'll be able to put in my telephone number and whoop, unlock live stream. Nope, I got borked there. But yeah, I guess that's my plans. That's my plan. Yes. Let me go back to Toy Hall. So what I've been doing, I've been saving money. Wow. Buying toys. Wow. And customizing toys. Double wow. I've been buying toys, but not from retail. I've been buying them from closeout stores. So there's a local store here in New York called Amazing Savings, and I think Ross is getting them. So I picked up Cyberverse, Slug. Excuse me, I didn't mean to um, dead name you. So here's Slag. I painted. I For these customs, I'm gonna see if I put the videos on TikTok as shorts as to show what it is that I changed. So I'm in the process of panel lining him. I painted the shoulder horns silver with my silver marker, and I gave the chin some paint. But my stupid camera with the autofocus doesn't like to autofocus. It's like, look, I see human. I'm gonna focus on the human. Focus on the toy, you dummy. But yeah, my stupid webcam. So I'm panel lining this guy. I still have to touch him up. I haven't panel lined the chonky legs, but it's a pretty good toy. Not worth 19.99. I got this for 12.99 from Amazing Savings and Ross's. If you have a Ross, this might show up. If it hasn't, he might. I know people have been finding RC and Bumblebee, but so I'm customizing him, and I bought him. I got Bumblebee. Speaking of him, Buzz Buzz. Let him see him. Let's see him buzz and make honey. Bzz. Excuse me, got a burp. Traditional burpees, live stream burps. So this is Bumblebee. I panel lined him, which you probably won't notice because my stupid camera. I did paint the sides of his chest, as you can see. I I thickened out the black and I used some light blue, and voila! I panel lined him. I panel lined his face. I painted the thing in the top black. I gave him some silver highlights on the thighs, the juicy thighs. And here you can see he's panel lined. He's a pretty good toy. I'm not too crazy about the face, but if I were a Hasbro designer, I would use this build to make a Bumblebee. Like, I guess Generations Bumblebee, Generations IDW Bumblebee, but with a better face. Um, I'm always a stickler about the face in these toys. If it has an ugly face, it's gonna break the whole thing. It can have a perfect body, like a butterface girl. Can have everything's great butterface. So this kind of buttery, this bumblebee, but I like it. It's given me something to do. I'm in the process of. I'm just gonna take pictures and transform them into robot mode. Since I'm into car mode, since they're more compact, and put them away. I picked up another RC from Amazing Savings. Also, there's not a lot I can do. Um, um, if you can see, they some of them have weird poses. Like this guy was posed with his hand on his shoulder, on his hip. On my TikTok, I want to see if I could find the video, the song "Rock DJ" by Robbie Williams, and put a whole bunch of these on my turntable. It's That's a great song. If you haven't heard it, the video's kind of weird, but give the video a shot. But I like the song. It's Robbie Williams, "Rock DJ." I've given her some gold highlights here. There's some gold on the back of her vehicle here. I painted this a little silver, but it's not like the hint of the rims of the grill. But there's not a lot to customize. Her head, I did paneline her face to death, and I gave the bottom part of her head a little gray spots, which my camera refuses to show. But stupid camera. But yeah, not a lot to customize. $12.99. I picked up from Walgreens. I used my rewards dollars to get this. This is Red Alert, and he's in a funky pose for the round table. Minerva is in stock if you're crazy about her. The design Legacy's designs aren't that great, but as one of the things that I do as a consumer of Transformers, always buy the old thing first because the new thing will be there. The new thing's gonna stay longer. If you're like in a store and you see Red Alert and Minerva and you can only buy one, if you want to buy Minerva, buy Minerva. If you went to the store looking for Minerva, buy Minerva. But if you're like, ooh, Transformers, they have Transformers. I have rewards points. Who am I going to use my rewards points on? Use it on the old toy. So I took $20 off him. I got him for like seven and change. Um, that's a great thing about Walgreens. But Walgreens has ended its contract with Hasbro for exclusives. So that's sad. So my rewards points will go to food. I put a little silver under the lights. I wanted to etch like above the light, maybe with an X-Acto knife, a square, but it would probably come out wrong because Lambos usually have like two squares. I painted silver these stripes that he had on his thighs, these little vents on his legs. I put gold. There's some silver on this in the bottom. This thing, you see. I painted his fist silver for punching, and I used my black panel liner. It's the Micron 008 to fill out the black of the Lambo. You see, this vent is usually originally white, just white. So I used it to fill in the black. But it's sadly it's been rubbing off over here on this side. As you can see, it's not as dark as on this side. Transformation, you put your hands and it smudges because it's not paint, it's just ink. But yeah, I got Red Alert $7, 7.24 I think. I went back. I was looking for some GI Joe classifieds at Amazing Savings. They showed up. I found two Cobra Troopers for $12.99, but then when I went to other stores looking for them, none of them had them. I guess it was just that store. But one of them did have this old as toy beachcomber. We're getting a new beachcomber, but I like this little chunky boy. A bubba da booba, shubba da shubba da bubba. He's weird because I had him standing on his head, like break dancing. So I put there's some blue on the lights, the headlights. All right, some blue on the headlights. I painted these pistons in his chest silver, but they're not noticeable. I panel lined his head, put a little silver on the top. I put some silver on his fist, as you can see, because my stupid camera. This camera aggravates me. I panel line the rest. So he's a great little toy. Put some gold on his thighs. Golden thighs. A shabba da dooba ba shabba dabba. That's right, Beachcomber. Golden Lagoon. How shabba dabba doo shabba? What? Starscream. Where? Anyways, shabba dabba shabba. He was $6.99. I think my first video essay that I'm gonna do on my new channel is the true cost of um, of toys. Using true to troll got, but um, another thing I've been working on is this Optimus Prime. This is Earthrise Optimus. I got him a long time ago, maybe a year ago. It seems like just yesterday in my mind, but when I look at Google Photos, it's like 2 years ago or 3 years ago, and I'm like, whoa. So I got this Earthrise Optimus from Burlington for $20. I panelined him and I painted something, mostly gold. There's like some gold here. I put silver on here and gold there. Panelined the inside of his thighs, his juicy thighs. I put some gold here on the back of his feet and gold on his back, as you can see. Freedom is the right of all sentient beings. Well, yeah. Too bad so many jerk stores have what what is it? Gee, I had the word. They've taken your image and used it for evil. Um, just ask Orbital Bacon. Anyways, here's this Rodimus I got from Best Buy a while back. I panelined him, put some silver and gold on his thighs, on his and his feet. On his hips, I put some gold on his hip skirts. Put some silver in the back. Thanks, camera. Well, gold and silver. Like this little thing is silver. Beep boop. And these vents inside are gold. I want to paint his hands silver and then put them away. Only you can stop people from being jerks. Only you. I don't know. No. It's and the final custom that I brought from my table is this guy. This is Laser Prime. I love lasers. Lasers. But you don't have a gun, Laser Prime. How do you love lasers? Um, mm, yes, that's something that must be rectified. Uh, they gave you an axe and a sword, but you're Laser Prime. Hmm, quite. Anyway, I panaligned him. The best thing I did was to his thighs. I had some silver and gold because those thighs were just pitch black, like Vin Diesel. I also painted the missiles away silver. They're usually just translucent blue, but I painted the tips of the missiles silver so that they notice more. Maybe I'll paint the windows from the inside so that you don't see his matrix. Matrix. Oh, but that's my toy haul. Um, I'm gonna kill some time. Let me just get what's his name, Victory Saber and Star Saber and Victory Leo. I'm gonna mute my mic and the cam for a few minutes. Hey, you guys still there? It says three viewers. So next time before I do something like that, I'll probably play some music. I've been watching Mooncat streams on on Twitch. Like I would probably play something like this in the why mute the mic. But that's only if I gotta go pee. Anyways, Chipper says, "Yep, he hears me." So, ta-pa-da-da. One of the video essays or reviews I want to do is about made to order transformers, because there's a controversy, as the British say, about people getting replacements for their victory saber, because it's supposed to be one and done. You pay for two, you get two. There's no more extra. But I don't know. I think it's a mistake that Hasbro is making replacements. They should either like refund you their money or tell you live with it. But I guess I don't know. I was gonna count myself among the lucky ones. I ordered two um, victory sabers. The first one that I opened in the unboxing was pristine. I was like, oh, this one's the custom. The one that I haven't opened, that one is going to be for the collection. But then I started thinking, before I even started panel lining these guys, this is Victory Leo, there's Bazooka, and here's Star Saber, is Majesty. No weapons, just Majesty. So I was like, before I start panel lining these expensive made to order $170 toys, let me check out the one that's for the collection, because the boxes are, they, you can open them and close them. The only problem that you would have was getting things into the tray, the plastic tray, which I made a video that if Hasbro wants to really make this a collector thing, they need to have like the Gundam Universe figures. They use two plastic trays, one for the bot and that goes where the figure lies, and the other one goes on top. And it keeps the weapons and everything in place. If I when I after I took these out to put them back in, I had to snip some things, some little names escaping me. I had to snip those. And once those are snipped, you can't put the thing back into the plastic tray without the figure flopping out or rolling everywhere. So it's not like collector grade. So I was like, you know what? Let me look at these toys. I'll swap out the plastic trays. If any of these toys, I'll put all the bad, I'll take all the bad out and put away the good. Release the good, little Nicky. So before I started customizing, I was like, let me do that. If the one that I haven't opened is the worst toy, I'll do that, because if you notice, I buy multiples of toys, usually to customize them, but it's the fact that if my the only toy I buy I customize and it breaks, like I customized my arc, and the paint I used for Teletrain One made one of his leg flaps break. If that was my only arc, I'd be like, oh my god, because wow, because I had bought animated RC, which was a beautiful design from animated, one of the only designs I liked. I bought one from Toys R Us. I think she was a Toys R Us exclusive. I bought two more. because Toys R Us had a sale or something. And like a dummy, I sewed the two extra. I customized the only one I had, and for some reason, the paint that I used made the translucent plastic on the back of her head chip. So her head just came off. And I'm like, wow, not anime. Wow. I was like, wow. So that's it. The only animated RC I have is headless somewhere in my collection. So I buy multiple toys in case that happens because if I'm gonna customize it, I don't want it to break and then I'll be SOL. And my new channel will say shit out of luck. But I just said it, so I guess I get one S word. Anyways, so I compared my two Victory Leos, and the one that I had out was perfect. The one that was in had some problems. I like this big cannon. This reminds me of one of the Gundam toys that came with plastic cannons. I think they were called the Arch Enemy Gundams. It has screws holding them. So the beautiful reflective swing, swing paint or whatever it is on his chest. This one has a little bit, some cracks in it. Not a lot. Where is it? This one. It's right. It's this one. You can you can probably tell there's like some scratching and some cracking. Um, Metallic paint, I love it. It is the bestest. It is great, but it does not last long. And I would rather have something that looks great and then doesn't last long than something that looks boring. Like if they just used plain yellow paint, I would have been like, blah. But this shiny, wow, reflective stuff, I love it. But it's not going to last long. It's going to flake. I have a Beast Machines Jetstorm that I bought just because it was cool. It's the big one, I think, ultra class. But right now it's flaking like a MFer. It's flaking like an MFer. And I'm like, I love you, but you're dying. Thanos. What did you do, Thanos? Chipper Williams says, yeah, these new figures are not collector friendly. I don't know. For a company that wants to like keep collectors involved, it's kind of not doing it right. They laid off a whole bunch of people, and one of the people that they laid off was their head sculptor for classified, yeah, Joe classified. A lot of those toys, I don't think I've had a problem with a single one of their mugs with their faces of those classified toys. So I don't know. The future of GI Joe classified may look ugly. I bet you're gonna start seeing yelly faces like which I hate. I hate it on Transformers. I hate it on everything. It's like you pose your open mouth figure with everyone else, and everyone's like posing for a photo, and there's this one a hole going So Murdoch, I'm coming for you. Uh, but that, yeah. So it was a good thing that I looked at the toy that I had that was supposed to be for the collector. But I'm ready to panel these guys. I like this guy more because he's a chunky lion. Look at the lion ready to roar. Thanks, light. Thanks, camera, and your autofocus. Rawr. But I haven't transformed at either of these guys, so I'll probably be doing that. And Star Saber, there was no problems with Star Saber. The only problem was that in package, one of these flaps was like turned. These little wings was like turned to the wrong side. It was like that, so I swapped them. But I did see some people saying that the inner thighs, the juicy inner thighs, that some of the flaps have been like they've either been swapped or one of them has the same flap twice. Mm. Yeah. Well, I don't know. I'm glad I got Star Saber. Deathsaurus should be on its way, and I'm just gonna pan line him, and voila. One, two, three, four. I haven't transformed him. His silver thing is good, but I did swap him with the other one that I unboxed, just because of the leg flap. I was looking for a reason for this to be different. Uh, but that's it. I need to do a video essay about made to order toys and I guess refunds and making extra made to order toys because your fan base is like, I, I want a replacement. YouTuber TM Reviews, he sent his Victory Saber back for replacement. Hasbro told him, "Yeah, we're gonna. Oh, you have a problem with your toy? Okay, send it back. We're in the process. This is when they announced that they would be doing this, but in the announcement it was said that it'd be up to a year. So he sent his in like a dummy, and now he has to wait for a year. But he's been saying like, I'm gonna I'm gonna I'm gonna get a third party Victory Saber. And the reason that I do not buy third party is there's two. One, they're super expensive. So they're not toys. And two, they're not toys. they're besides being super expensive, I'm pretty sure they're super delicate, very breakable. That if you give them to your kid and the kid doesn't know the intricacies of the transformation, snap, there goes your $300 double evil, you dummy. But these things, these Hasbro toys, they have to go through what's called a drop test, which I'm sure is when they give them to kids and kids just drop them. Fortress Maximus G1 Fort Max did not pass a drop test, so he did not get re-released. But these guys, I'm sure they did. So these are toys. They're sturdy. They're made for durability. They're not made for some a hole with money. Sorry, I don't know. I always feel like third party collectors have a whole bunch of money. Yeah, they're not made for some guys with money to be like, oh look, it's on my shelf. And then their nephew comes in. Can I play with it? Like in that movie, Megan, can I play with your toys? And you say they're collectibles. And then you give them the third party toy and they just like, psh, and oh, there goes your double evil. It's double dead or whatever. That and they a lot of them have dumb names. They have stupid names because they can't infringe on copyrights. Speaking of infringing, but that was my toy haul. I've been streaming for 44 minutes. I'm off today, so I'm gonna go the distance. So get ready, maybe 9 hour stream like Mooncat. Not a 9 hour stream, please. No. All right, so let me get rid of this toy haul banner. But the thing is, I also want to do a video essay about. I said the true cost of toys. Um, that'll be on my new channel. I'll probably put the links in the description because I might forget, and I don't think there's a way for me to show it here. Anyways, Legacy is way too expensive. Voyagers are gonna be the normal price of $35. Remember when a Voyager was $22? Pepperidge Farmers remembers. And that was Titan's Return Cyclonus. I remember getting him at a Target in Valley Stream, Long Island for $22. That was not that long ago. I think that was like 5 or 6 years ago. The memories that pop up in Google Photos, like, hey, 7 years ago or whatever, are that. They say 5 years. So, yeah. How do I know this? The Voyager from Studio Series, the what's his name, Battle Trap. He's $34. So yeah, there is a Target here in Brooklyn. It's the one in Fulton Mall on Albee Square, I think. Their prices are usually super insane. Their Voyagers are already $35. So, eh, living in the future, I guess. But yeah, price of toys is going to up too high. So therefore, I will turn to closeout stores and get whatever I can, whatever I like, whatever I can. And thank goodness Legacy is ugly. Speaking of Legacy, we got toy news. I got a couple of tabs. I don't have a lot of tabs open. I didn't want to be here forever. Chipper Williams says Cyclonus. Yep, Chipper Williams. Cyclonus' biggest stand. I like Cyclonus. As a kid, I liked him and Galvatron. Not Scourge, not so much, but those new guys, I was like, look, he got the bunny ears, and he's this weird jet. And I like that Galvatron had like this evil crown of thorns. So it was, and he had religious abs. What's going on there? Jesus. Anyways, we got some toy news. Let me share the screen. Boop up, boo, loop. Um, I think a few weeks ago, there was a Fan First Friday. I think it was on the 31st or something. Here we go. Let me make my picture little, or let me go away. Nah, let me go here because I love reacting to the camera. I'm a fame hog, kind of like that. Think it's fame whore. I don't know. Anyways, we got reviews for January, and it's these beautiful guys. Well, some of them are beautiful, some of them are not. I will say, let me look through here. I like him. I still haven't gotten kickback. I like this mode, this blaster mode. Just give me a moment. I like this blaster mode. I'll just don't call me Billy no more. The name's Blaster. I just call him Blaster again. I I love this Metal Hawk. The robot mode, the jet mode. This guy I don't care for. This guy I don't care for. I don't care. 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 So just these three I like. But this guy is the best. This guy, I already have the Insecticons. I got a couple of Power to Prime's Scrap Nose. So I have my full of Scrap Nose, but um, he's more G1. Um, but these other legacy guys, Prowl looks great, but I don't really care. And Grimlock looks like ass. Descriptions. I'm down here for the extra pictures. This Optimus is kind of good, but he's probably gonna be 11.99. I like picking up my Optimus from Amazing Savings for 6.99. I got a couple. It's a good mode, a good toy, but not worth 11.99. It's kind of meh. Robot, you're like, ooh, cool, cool, cool. Truck, you're like, mm. I do like that scrap no. is a boxy bug, like the G1 version. I'm an old fuddy duddy, but not that old. Trans rights are human rights. I'm an old fuddy duddy, so I like boxing. I don't know. I don't really need him. I do like the Prowl. He's a good robot, and he's an okay motorcycle, but his head sculpt, I'm not too crazy about. I mean, it does look like animated Prowl, but I don't know. But he does look cool. I do like him, but I'm not like, oh my god, I gotta buy him. Crosscut is me. I still haven't gotten skids yet. I did like the Drilling 30 crosscut. This Junkion is I do like that they come apart, but Metal Hawk is great, but this jet mode retooled from Cyclonus leaves a lot to be desired. I don't know. Think the wings should be more back. There should be more nose cone. I do like the Metal Hawk that they made from Trigger Happy. That Trigger Happy mode is the beast. It's a blast, baby. I love that thing. I couldn't get the Metal Hawk from the Big Bad Toy Store set, or was it the Toys R Us set? So I took a Trigger Happy and I customized him. For the head, I used the ram horn head that I had found at Aldi. But the jet is not that great. The robot mode is awesome. It's cartoon accurate. But the jet, I'm like, eh. Evo Fusion. But the robot, this thing leapt out of the cartoon. Awesome. Definitely worth the purchase. And the Skyquake, in the past, I had seen this jet. I'm sure it was based off this guy. It was called King Atlas, and like that's an ugly jet. And I see these vents here remind me of King Atlas, which was probably a repaint of what's his name, of Skyquake. I think G2 or Machine Wars or whatever. I don't like it. It's ugly jet. The robot is too flat for my for my taste. They should make gentler, make her flat. That's it's a stupid Honkai Impact joke. Chipper Williams said, I read Unicron was supposed to be the devil, so maybe Galvatron's abs were religious. Low. It's insane that Hasbro got rid of the windows on the boxes. Uh, yeah. Speaking of windowed boxes, part of my toy haul, which I forgot. Let me let me close this. I guess I'm done here. Part of my toy haul is I picked up one of the Fortnite action figures. This was from Burlington. It was $7.99. This is Ragsy. The box had a window, so I was like, "Ooh, look! It has a window." Um, I don't. The thing with the windows and the window boxes, I don't care. Like back when I was collecting Halo Reach, the McFarland ones, they would have them on this bubble with a whole bunch of air, and then the glue on the bubble would wear out and the bubble would like sometimes detach, which just sucked. And I was like, just put it in a box, sell it to me for cheap, sell it to me cheaper, because I know a lot of the budget goes into the packaging. Sell it to me cheaper, and I don't care. It could be, the selects boxes. I like those selects. The price, not so much. I do like that they went from. Remember when we had Grow to Skew, the host of the old oil house. I wonder if that podcast is still around. He would call it. He would call grotesque Grow to Skew. So remember when we got Grow to Skew and RC, the Toys R Us exclusives? There was just a black box with the Autobot insignia with the circle, the ball of fire. That was bad because I'm like, oh, I don't know what that is. But then we got Ricochet. I think when Generation Selects was born, and we got Ricochet and Red Swoop. The box was just like a circle with the Power to Primes thing, and it said Transformers, and I'm like, that sucks. And then when we got the Siege guys, it was like the Autobot insignia with War in Cybertronian, and I was like, that sucks. But whoever came up with the design for the Selects Legacy, mwah, you, whoever you are a fucking genius. Because the box has a little beep boop 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 beep design of the robot that you're gonna buy, like Black Zarek or that hoist, that red hoist, and it says Transformers Legacy. But it has the robot. It has a drawing of what you're getting inside. The stupid Marvel Legends. I don't know. I'm gonna sound pretty evil, but whoever's designing these packages, I hope they got let go, because those closed box packaging, the Spectre Creative channel was saying, ah, yeah, Thor Ragnarok toys were a failure because they were a closed box, and I'm like, they're a failure because the box looked like shit. It's like a 3D render or a picture of the toy in the front, and then a picture of the toy in the back. And I'm like, this shit sucks. Excuse my French. If you're a Gundam fan, you know how awesome the Gundam packaging is. Like if you go into Target and you see the high grade kits, which I want to get the heavy arms. I stopped building kits years ago, but I'm like, heavy arms is a great mobile suit. I love that art. It's like $15. Back in my day, I would have had to pay like 26 in Chinatown for that. But it the packaging sucks. What they have to do, like what they did with the studio series, where they have Starscream going, "Yeah, I'm the king," and they have sludge like burning mofo's. That's awesome. Do that in a smaller scale, like like the Galvatron box art for Voyager Galvatron and Laser Prime is okay. Um, eh, but the open window with the art, with half the art, get rid. If you're gonna get rid of that, get rid of it altogether, because people are still gonna steal. Crime is still gonna crime. Even with window boxes, people would swap figures and return them to the store. So the only problem that you would have, and the only problem that I have, is if I go to a store, and I'm not ashamed to do this, like this has happened with Fortress Maximus and with Skylinks. I'll be like, I'm in Target or Toys R Us. I'm like, the box is open. Some kid was playing with it and like the flap is open. It's the only one there. Hell yeah, I'm gonna open the box and look inside. If I really want to buy it, because I'll open it, I'll check it out, make sure everything's there, close it, and then take it with me. Once for Fortress Maximus, I asked if I could get it cheaper because the box was open, but it was like they were like, nah, and I was like, okay. I found the Skylinks at Target, and I was like, whoop, yeah, everything there, both pieces. I don't need, if the instructions are missing, I don't need it, but the pieces have to be in there and close. And I took it. I think they were having like a sale. So yeah, I don't mind the closed boxes. It's just you need to do better with the front. It has to attract people. You should do some kick ass artwork in the front. Um, I'm sorry, I don't know how to read your username. I want to say it's Nero, but Nero says, "I'm glad to see you are still around, buddy. This put a smile on my face. I've been watching you since Sean Long, the Big Bad Toy Story days." Yeah, I might want to do a video essay about Sean Long and Optobotomus, but I have to dig in because of it's for it right now. It's hearsay about what happened, how they fell out, but what he did to Sean Long was messed up. And Nero says, "Glad to see you still around a new channel. So cool. Thanks." But I do also have to find out about that. I think I don't know if I even want to talk about it without knowing truthfully, but allegedly, from what I heard, Sean Long gave a kid some like dating advice or something, and the mom got mad that Sean was talking to the kid about these things. And I think something happened with Optobotomus. I think he said something. Uh, it was weird. I need to I would need to get my facts, but this is all alleged. This is stuff I've heard that I can't prove right now. But Nero said I thought they made up. I don't know. I think for me it seems like they've all went their separate ways. I think Optobotomus might have burned his bridges with them because I don't see Shardamus like I'm not subscribed to any of them, but I don't see Shardamus like collabing with Sean Long. Sean Long, I think he said he was gonna give up his channel too. Like he was kind of done because now he's a dad, which good for him. Um, must be weird to have old videos with your old girlfriends. I don't know. It's but I don't know if they made up. I don't know. I have to investigate. I have to do some investigative journalism, but I don't know. But yeah, things. Nero asks, "Are you still Transformers collecting?" I'm buying, kinda. I'm buying toys from closeout stores right now. So guess it's kind of collecting, but it's not new stuff. In terms of that group, I used to follow Nightshade 2020 and all his stop motion. Yeah, it's like I think old timers like us. One of the YouTubers that inspired me a long time ago was Biker Trash Wolf, and there was also Ivan Rojas and uh, what's his name, Boxing Type X. They're old YouTubers that I don't know if they're still making content, but if they still are, like Prime 92, uh, it's it's not showing up in my feed. So I think that has something with to do with the way YouTube has evolved over the years. It's weird. I think the algorithm has changed, and if you're old, you get left back. I don't know. I guess YouTube has you have to be special for YouTube to see you. Like Prime versus Prime has had a channel for years, and until he started getting unreleased prototypes or unreleased copies. So he started getting that. His channel blowed up. But before that, no one knew who he was. But his channel is old. So it's like Now the algorithm is like, oh, he blew up. Here you go. Here you go. Here you go. You're interested in Transformers. Here you go. It's weird. I don't know how to game the algorithm, so I'm gonna see if I start fresh. Maybe the new algorithm will be like, oh look, people like him because he's controversial or controversy. Nero says, dude, you guys were like the first toy reviewers, like legit, and now it's like a lot of them. Yeah, I think the difference is I think it's good that there are a lot of YouTubers out there because young people growing up would see people like me or like Sean Long and be like, I want to do that, and they do reviews. They get out there, um, but some of them don't make it that high. I like some of the kid reviewers that I've seen. There's a reviewer. They used to go by the name Kai Transforms or Kai Transform. Now their channel name is Autistic Prime. There's JJ Prime. He's like the new blood, but it's like the algorithm that doesn't like push them out. Like Perspective End, he's a new guy. I think his negativity is what makes him popular, kind of like the angry video game nerd. But he's up there. He got up, whoop. But these newer guys, there's a YouTuber, um, Isaiah. Um, his channel is like a phrase. I'm sorry, Isaiah. um, he's been doing videos, so I'm glad if I've inspired anybody to do reviews, but it's kind of tough. Back in the day, if you remember, if you're that old, YouTube videos used to be only 5 minutes long. If you wanted them longer, you had to become a partner, and a partner, it was weird. They did. I don't think they gave you any goals to be a partner. Now they'll tell you, oh, you want to be monetized, you have to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 views, 4,000 video views. But back then it was like, just keep trying. If you get approved, we'll make you a partner. We'll give you a partnership. And then when you became a partner, you'd be able to upload videos longer than 5 minutes. I think then they changed it to 10. Then they changed it to 15. And I think it's 15. Right now it's 15 unless you verify the account with your phone number. But yeah, things have changed a lot and it's left a lot of old fuddy duddies like me back. But I'm a progressive fuddy duddy. Trans rights. And yeah, I don't know. I want to say Black Lives Matter, but a lot of people are like, that's bad. And I I agree with the sentiment, the movement. Like they found out that some like the boss was like taking money to buy a house, but I understand what is meant when people say Black Lives Matter. And I'm not talking about like the organization. I'm talking like about what happens to people of color concerning the police. I'm talking about that. But I don't say it so much because it's, but yeah, both of those things for everybody. um, Nero says, I want you to know back when I was 16, I'm 30 now, but you wanted me to review toys. It's, I think YouTube lets you, it's a creative outlet. It's kind of Chipper brought out that it's that raging at an invisible screen and an audience. That's great. Do that, but there's some dummies out there um, uh, that I won't mention because it's my responsibility not to give them any more viewers. uh, yeah, there's some dummies out there that I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, about ranting at an empty screen. There's some dummies out there that make their YouTube money on just talking to you. I mean, talking at you, not to you, at you. They'll say things like this and that, believe this and that, and this and that and that. And without a sounding board, without someone to tell you, look, that that's not true. That sucks. You should look at this and this without a discussion. All that does is make them look like they're right because there's no one telling them, no, you're wrong. You might say you're wrong in the comments, but you get blocked and deleted. So the best thing to do with people like that is video essays where you get to speak your piece without someone yelling in your ear. So like I don't want to be the angry guy yelling at the screen about stuff I don't like, but I'll probably will be the calm guy making videos about stuff I don't like. I want to go more into the Transformers community, like the political Transformers community, like a lot of people. When Stephen Caple Jr. was talking about how there's Hispanic representation in Rise of the Beast, they were like, "Oh no, it's gone woke," and I'm like, remember when Dane Cook invented that stupid finger? Uh, uh, but yeah, it's like I don't know. The world is changing. I'm glad I inspired a lot of people, but YouTube lets you have an outlet to do what you want. My niece, she's doing animations on YouTube, and I'm like, wow, look at that. But yeah, it's a force for good, but also a force for evil. When evil goes like un unregulated by YouTube, because people want to say what they say and not face their consequences. I don't know. Anyway, let me get rid of this banner since I've already been talking about it. Wait, did I do? I haven't finished with the toy news. I got off my Astro Train track. Choo choo. I realize I get a case of the burpees because I inhale a lot of air. Then it wants to come out. Oops. All right. So the next thing I have in terms of news, um, some controversy. YouTuber Chefatron, who I don't know. I used to watch his videos for the transformations only, but then he started acting like a fool and spouting nonsense, so I unfollowed him. But I heard this from Gotbot. He reviewed his unreleased snarl, and supposedly Hasbro made him take down the video. So yeah, I don't know. Um, see video. It says the video has been removed by the uploader. So it does. I can't say if it was Hasbro or if it was him because it says removed by the uploader. But yeah, I know months ago, some people got in trouble for reviewing um, Some people got in trouble for reviewing Jurassic World Dominion toys because they weren't supposed to be out, but they were sold early by mistake. And one dumb YouTuber who I shall not name, so I don't give him more views. One dumb YouTuber used a Nazi picture in his thumbnail, like they're watching you with a Nazi propaganda thing. And I'm like, F off, man. But he's a noted jerk and a hole. So I was like, I see you. I see you're an a hole with that thumbnail. But I don't know. I don't think it was Hasbro. He probably saw that he made a mistake in the review. Maybe the leg was mistransformed, or he never closed the mouth of the snarl, and he took it down. But I don't know. I don't know what the story is, but there was some controversy. Ooh, gossip. The next thing I'm gonna show is I'm gonna save the best for last. There was a Transformers brand team roundtable, and the brand team spoke to some people from some websites. A lot of haters. I say haters because I don't know. I'm surprised that now that since Stu was like the official English guy of Hasbro, I guess they did speak to Toys R Us, which good for him. He's a little known channel. He doesn't seem like a hole, so I'll give him props. They did speak to him, Toys R Us, and they admitted that I think designer Evan, who's my favorite designer, he mentioned that he watched some of his videos for research on the upcoming toy, but they I want to say haters because of the. If you look up Aaron Archer's TF Wiki, because he posted on TFW 2005 a whole bunch of other websites were like, how come they got the scoop and I don't? Just give me a moment. I got a cough. So a bunch of other channels were like, other websites were like, how come TFW 2005 has the scoop and we don't? We being this website or this other website, and I'm sure it was all the other ones, the other popular ones. So I'm surprised no one's been like, how come Do gets to be like on your Hasbro Post live stream and not me, the bestest reviewer ever? I don't know, but they have. I'm glad they selected some people that they will talk to, like Rodimus Primal. I guess this is Toys R Us. Uh, Proto Man. Oh God, Proto Man. I have to talk about that guy. Um, I'm not too crazy about Rodimus Primal either. So they talked to these guys and asked some questions and stuff. I really hate it when they ask dumb questions, when they ask future questions. Here's a hint. Don't ask about stuff that hasn't come out. Ask about stuff that exists or has already been revealed. Don't say, oh, now that we have a Cybertronian mode, Jazz, are we getting real Jack? Don't be that guy. Because you know what they're gonna say? They'll say everything's on the table, which is dumb. So you wasted your stupid time and theirs asking a dumb question. Or they'll be like, we can't talk about that right now, or we can't talk about future projects, or stay on topic, please, you dummy. It does seem like the brand team has been giving a little bit of leeway. Like they seem more comfortable which is good. I like that. I think before it was like they were giving a list by PR. Don't do this, don't do that, don't do this, sit up straight, don't chew, don't do that. But I, I'm I'm looking forward to this jazz. He is badass with two Z's, so it's not a curse word. But this picture here made me glad that I got Studio Series Jazz. I wasn't able to get as many copies as as I'd like, but I will try to get guy. The good thing is, Target. This is buzzwordy. Bumblebee is a Target exclusive. Target has a habit of clearing out their Bumblebee. So expect I wouldn't pay unless you're a rich collector who collects third party. Unless you're a collector with a lot of money, I wouldn't be like, oh boy, first thing I'm buying this. It's probably gonna be in the 30s. This is probably deluxe. Oh, it'll probably be $27 uh, or 25. No, that's too cheap. 27 is the new normal. So if you live in the States, I would say wait until it goes on clearance. But I like this toy. Looks great. Here's designer Mark. He has spirit. Mark has spirit, but I don't like his designs. They're kind of ugly. But I don't know. Rob Liefeld has his fans. I don't like Liefeld. I'm more of a Jim Lee guy, but Rob Liefeld has his fans. So yeah, I can't wait for that. And the next thing in the toy news, this is hot off the presses. Look, February 10th at 6:05 p.m. That's today, boys and girls. We got rumor additional legacies uni listings found. I think this is Legacy Universe. 2024 Legacy line bearing the label Uni. Should be Legacy Unicorn. Unicron. Unicron trilogy? No. Unicron. So here we got JT Prime spoiling everyone's lives since 2005. JT Prime 17. I mean, he. I'm glad they give him credit, but he does do a lot of work looking for this. So we got some vague listings. We got a core Energon Megatron. I don't know what that is. Maybe it's Tank Megatron in Energon colors. Just give me a moment. Got it. Burpees. So we got Energon Megatron, the Tasmanian Kid. This is Beast Wars, core class. You got deluxe animated Bumblebee. I do not like animated designs. They were all too ugly for my taste. RC was good and Black Arachnia decent, but the rest Ultra Magnus good, Omega Supreme good, but nah. The maybe Jazz maybe good, maybe. You got Universe Deluxe or Uni Rescue Bot Chase, which he's up here. Not too crazy about Rescue Bots. You got Deluxe Cyberverse, Cybertron Windblade. I don't know if this looks like the Farai the Flame Toys model kit, then hubba hubba, give it to me. It's probably not gonna because you put boobs on a robot and all the parents not all the parents, the dumb, a lot of dumb people come out and like boobs, boobs. There's no sex in robots. So I don't know. I like I like boobs. You got G1 gears, G1 sure shot to complete your uh, Autobot Target Masters. You got the Rock. This is probably Cliff Jumper. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. Rock 2. How about a Rock 1? Hmm. Bionic. Bionic 6. And then you got the Cyberverse Chromia or Cybertron Chromia. I want to see how they do these women because female Transformers usually get the short end of the staff, the stick, the camshaft. I don't know. I'm trying to be a robot. Boop, boop, bloop. But I want to see if they make these look good. Minerva does not look good. Neither does the Alita one or RC. Prime RC from Legacy. Ish, ish. Anyways, hot off the presses. Here you go. You got this news. Not exciting. Gonna save my money. Thank goodness. And to buy those toys from Legacy on closeout in closeout stores. So that's it for the toy news. I got two loyal viewers that have been here for a while. Hopefully, this video gets more views later. I'm gonna put again my 2023 planes. I wrote down something here. Why new? Huh? I don't know. I think I already explained it. But yeah, so I'm gonna make I got three new channels besides this one. Two of them probably aren't gonna see a lot of activity because I've noticed when I've created a lot of accounts and like a dummy I've had planes and then those planes go away. Like I tried to do a channel in Spanish. After like 5 videos, I'm like, I don't know, I don't think this is working out. I tried to do back then. I had a Gundam Oni channel that didn't work out. It, I, I can only focus on one thing. The other two channels are probably going to be for uploading videos, stuff that I've made, stuff that I like. So one channel is Aries0083 GMR for gamer. I did make one called Game Aries0083 Gaming, but I'm like I like the little abbreviations that I would use. Like for Spanish, I would put ESP after it, Español, or mature audiences, I'd put MA, or uh, so I like that. So I got rid of the gaming one and I made a new one, which I have to verify to do live streams. I uploaded a video. I'm gonna see if I learn how to stream games on Twitch. I do have a Twitch. I wanna see if I stream games there, but I have to learn how to do it. Right now, I've learned how to record my screen with Streamlabs, but the sound is kind of off. Um, but I got to learn how to stream. And I have a great internet connection, but my computer, I don't know. I don't think it can handle like gaming, like real good gaming. I bought a couple of games at the beginning of the year because they were on sale. Um, in the past, I bought Marvel Avengers. I usually buy my games from Steam, which is good. Um, there is another game store called GOG.com, but I haven't. I've gotten like one or two free games, but I haven't purchased anything from them. They do have old games like Metal Gear Solid for the PC, and I think I got Siphon Filter from them for free, which is the one with Gabe. Oh. But yeah, I want to see if I stream. But the the channel dedicated to video games is probably not going to have me with any commentary because it might slow it down or it might be annoying. Like I would rather just show you what a game looks like and let you know it's free to play, and you could like download it and see if it runs. That's another thing, another bad thing about gaming. And lately that I bought a couple of games. I've been trying them out to see make sure they run. Some of them, most of the games run well at the minimum requirements of my computer. I have to always bring it down before I start a game. I'll go into the options and make it less. Turn off VSync and uh, is something else. I think it's like HDR. Turn that off and see if it runs well. Some games have a stuttering. Like Marvel Avengers is a game that didn't run well. It ran decent. The response time of the game was kind of slow, so I got annoyed and stopped playing it. But the good thing about Steam is even though you uninstall a game, your progress is saved in Steam. So you don't have to be like, I can't install this game that's taking up so much space in my hard drive because I'll lose my progress. No, just re-download it and you start where you were. And that's great. I think that's great. That's why I like Steam. So I got to learn how to stream from Steam. You know what I mean? If you're not a jelly bean. Anyway, so that I uploaded a channel. Hmm, can I? I uploaded a video for a game called Space Lords that I've been playing, which is pretty good. It's free to play. I would say add me as a friend, but the system doesn't work that way. You could join a guild, and some if someone's in the guild and they're active, you could like queue them in, like to play with you. But it's a great game because it's more cooperative than PvP. Sometimes if you want to be a jerk store and fight, you can be an antagonist with the rest of the game on your side. All the baddies on the game in the game fighting with you, and you could be a dummy and get help them beat you up. But I think it's only one person, so that's kind of cool. It's unique. I downloaded the game because I saw it on the list of free to play. I checked YouTube for some video footage and I was like, wow, this is great. And I've been having a blast with that game. But I'm just want to unlock a character that I want. And then I think I'm gonna move on. I bought Strider from Capcom, Ryu, Strider, Strider Ryu. I'm sure it's Strider Ryu. Um, there's a H in the beginning. That is a good game. The mechanics are awesome. I did get a game for free on Epic Games called Rift. I think it's Rift or Fist. It's about this rabbit. He has a big mechanical hand, but I'm stuck. The main reason I stop playing games is either because I get bored or I get stuck. And getting stuck is the worst. I stopped playing the Transformers, the movie game, because there's a level where as Bumblebee in vehicle mode, you have to beat the timer. I think you have to destroy all these enemies within the timer. Ultimate Spider-Man for the PC, you had to chase the Green Goblin, and if he got too far away or the timer ran out, you were done. And I hate that. I hate that shit. That if there's two things I hate in games, Protect missions and timed missions. Stop doing that. No one likes that. Chipper Williams says, Aries, I gotta go. I'll sub to your new channel. Thanks. I know it's late. I have free time since I'm off, so I'm ranting like a mofo, but it's okay. Usually, what I do if I see someone that I like streaming, I'll wait till the stream ends and then I'll jump back in. But I do appreciate the people that show up live. But if you guys want to go, if you guys need to go, this will be here. You guys can come and watch it. Um, it's an hour and 36 minutes in. So I guess if you want to start from there, you can, but you won't know until you listen to the video, unless you're writing it down now. But yeah, Nero says you're right about time missions. Yeah, it's annoying. I don't know. Whoever's thought, yes, we'll make them the missions timed so that they can run and then they have to level up so they could beat the enemies easier to get more time. I'm like, I just want to have fun. There's a million games out there that are free to play. I want to play them all, the good ones. The only thing you're doing with these timed missions and these protect missions are making me say, forget this game, F this game, I'm out of here. So don't do that. Stop it. Stop it. But it's a Rift. I got stuck in a mission where I had to climb this tower of moving fans, and every time I fall all the way back down. So it's frustrating to start all the way from the bottom, almost get to the top, and then fall all the way down. So that sucks. Strider Ryu has this mechanic where you could climb the walls and ceilings. He takes out these little hook things and he's climbing and he's hanging from the ceilings and the walls. And I'm like, oh my God, that the shit is fucking boss. I love this game. So I'm gonna continue playing that after I finish with um with Space Lords. But that's not a free game. I think I got that for like $7 where it was on sale. It's a Capcom game, so it's good. Another game that I played that I like is called Foregone, but I paid for that. It's a side scroller, pixelated. It's pretty good. Right now, there's this timed mission where as you go, you got to beat these enemies. They drop weapons, but the great thing is that if you don't beat the mission in time, you go back to your starting point, but whatever you picked up, you got. So that's great. That lets you progress. Uh, but yeah, the new controversy right now is Hogwarts legacy, because we all know how great J.K. Rowling is, and people are like, but she's not associated. Yeah, but she still gets money. That's like her licensing. I'm sure George Lucas still gets Star Wars money. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. He did get billions for Star Wars and not Indiana Jones, for Star Wars and THX 1138. No one wanted that. Anyway, it, games. I love free to play games. I love free to play games on Android and PC. That's the great thing about the modernization of the internet, that you could get the stuff free. Um, but what they say, that when you get something for free, the product is you. So I don't know. I'm okay with clicking agree. Um, Epic Games, every Thursday they give out free games. I don't know why I've been silent about this, but I guess I've been too tired and bored. But every Thursday they give free games, Epic Games, and I got Rogue Squadron for free and Evil Dead. I tried Rogue Squadron, but the game didn't want to run. But what I did buy Jedi Fallen Order is I bought the first one, not the new one with Cal Kestis. That game is fun. I played it until I got rescued, but then I uninstalled it. But I had to pay for it. But it wasn't until I got that game. The game is like, hey, this is a EA game. You have to open your EA app in order to play this game. And I'm like, what the? So I did that and it ran. And I'm like, I have Star Wars Squadrons, which didn't run for some reason. Maybe it was because I didn't have the EA app. I installed it since I had the EA app. Downloaded it from Epic Games. It linked to EA, and voila, I was able to open the game. And I'm like, way free. But the settings, the graphics, my computer, I lowered everything to its lowest. Everything looks like a blur. And it's kind of like not janky because what happens, a game should be smooth. Like this video right now is smooth. I'm not like that astronaut in that music video from Billy Joe. Tell her about it. I'm not going like choppy. Remember when video used to be like that choppy? It's like, it's moving. But when some games, if my computer can't run it well, it's like, so it annoys me. I can't play like that. But I with this channel, with the gamer channel, I'm gonna upload videos of games that I like, mostly gameplay, because a lot of these games, especially Android games, Nero says, I have Jedi Fallen Order and I have yet to play it. I need to play it. I recommend getting a Steam Deck, by the way. Playing all those epic games free in your bed. uh, I don't know. A Steam Deck, I seen it. It looks like a great thing, but I think the cheapest basic one, I think it's like $400, 399. And I'm like, that's too much. I have my PC. I have this is what I use. This is my controller. This is a controller that I bought from Target, and it works pretty well. This is Xbox 360 controller, since this was made by Microsoft, and Windows is made by Microsoft. Most games will accept this. And bonus, if you have Windows, Windows comes with a free DVR recorder. Uh, just press this button. I'm not going to press it. Press this button, wait a while, and you should get like a prompt on the top of your screen. Your screen will turn, it'll tint, it'll like turn dark, and you'll see a prompt. You could set up your stuff there. I did learn like a dummy a few days ago. The reason most of my DVR recordings were having like choppy sound was because that I had set the sound to game and to mic. But when I set the sound to everything, like system sounds, if like my computer goes boom, it'll show up. I set the audio to everything. I'm no longer having that choppy thing. So I'm like, whoo! I do have a couple of screen recorders. Another one that I have is called iTop Screen Recorder. And Microsoft Store did have something called Powder, which I tried. It's okay. I The only thing that annoyed me was as soon as I installed it, I got an email like, "Hey, you're using Powder. Want to give us some input, some recommendations?" And I'm like, I only used it once. I don't know if the thing is good or not. I deleted the email. Well, I don't know. I'm like, I guess they got my email. But about Jedi Fallen Order, it was pretty good. I liked it. Controls when the developers get the button controls great, it's awesome. The only thing is transitioning from one game to another. Sometimes it's confusing. Like I've been playing Tower Fantasy, a free to play game, and Honkai Impact Third, another free to play game. Most of their button layout is the same, but like it's swapped. Like the dash in one game is on one button. So sometimes when I'm playing I get confused. But if I play a game straight and I get used to it, it's a fun time. So I don't know. The GMR channel is gonna be just to recommend games, mostly gameplay. And as I was saying before, I got rudely, no, not rudely, before I got distracted by Nero's comment. Android games, they are so deceiving. It's not deceiving. It's misleading. Misleading. You see, like this anime cartoon, and they'll be speaking Japanese, like what the yeah, and it'll look awesome, and you'll be like, whoa, this game looks great, and then they don't show none of the gameplay. When you go, you download the game, it's like a couple of sprites, and you're like, what the hell? This isn't the game I thought it would be. There's a game called Nikke, Nikke, which is all about butts. it's not. It's not. It's not a 18 plus game. It's just. It's cool. It's an anime shooter, but the perspective you get from your anime girls, which are androids, which is cool. It's a concept punishing gray raven and near automata use. They're android girls. You control them from behind. You know you see them shooting, but you get a good glimpse at the cakes. Devonverse says, "Who's your all-time favorite Transformer?" I'm gonna have to cheat. Gonna have to pick two, I guess, or I don't know, the one that I like right now. But Optimus Prime, as a kid, I liked Optimus Prime. Everyone loved Optimus Prime. As a tall kid, I kind of liked Jetfire because I'd be playing with my kid friends and they'd be all like short and I'd be like tall Jetfire. But Optimus Prime, I like him. I do think he's a bit of a jerk. In my mind, there's a panel of Kitty Pryde from the X-Men going, Professor Xavier's a jerk. I think it's a Alan Davis comic. I don't know what issue it is, but I always feel like Rodimus would be like, Optimus Prime is a jerk. I want to draw that. Um, Optimus, I like Optimus. A lot of people have taken him, they've coerced or co opted his image for evil. so, so I like him, but sometimes I think he's too stubborn. That if this war, the Cybertronian war, isn't over, I don't want him to go extreme, like I'm gonna kill you, Megatron. But it's like he has Megatron, like I'm gonna arrest you, and Megatron would be like, "What about Ravage? Who'll take care of my little kitty cat?" And Optimus would be like, "Till we meet again, Megatron." And I'm like, "What?" Devin verse. I'll get to your comments, but the IDW comics made me a little mad when Megatron at the end of Dark Cybertron because he befriended Bumblebee. They were like best buds or something. He's like, arrest me, and they arrest Megatron, and Megatron is like, you know what? The only people who can judge me are the Cybertronian Knights. No one else can judge me. And everyone's like, oh. And Optimus is like, okay, Rodimus, take Megatron with you on the ship and go find the knights. When you find the knights, if you find the knights, if big if you find the knights, they will judge Megatron. And Megatron's like, see you later, bitches. And he got on the ship and left. And then at the end of that comic, I'm sorry I'm talking about my favorite Transformer, but this is why I hate Optimus. Then at the end of the IDW run, it's like James Roberts shows you this is the future. Um, People are dead. Everyone's old. Megatron is like in jail with a big old beard, like me. He didn't have a beard. And then it's like, it's like, okay, um, man, this sucks. My lover is dead. I think it was Drift or Ratchet. My lover is dead. Everything. The war is over. We're all bored. And Rodimus is like, I got an idea. Let's get in our ship and divide the timeline, and we could go off to have adventures with our dead friends while this dark timeline will keep on. Yay, we got it both ways. And I'm like, it's not a that's not an ending. It's not a freaking ending. So I hate it. But I like Optimus, except when he's co-opted by jerks. And I like Rodimus Prime. I think my favorite Prime is Rodimus because a lot of people is like he's a bad leader. Yeah, no duh. If someone came up to you and said, "Hey, you are the president of the United States," and you're like just Joe YouTuber, you're like, "Yay, I'm the president." I have no fucking idea what to do. What am I gonna do? And then comes your best friend Ultra Magnus. Ultra Magnus in season 3, I think he's like the Rodimus Prime's like he helps him. He's like his concierge. He's like his helper. Like if Rodimus is like, I don't know what to do, Ultra Magnus would be like, you do this, this, and that. You know, that's what I would do, or Optimus would do that because Ultra Magnus was supposed to be the leader, so he has the training. Hot Rod was like, I'm young. Oh yeah, I like running around and fishing and racing. Let's try out these Target Masters now that Optimus is back. Thank you, Devin. Just come back to the stream and I'll give you the answers to your questions. I'm not gonna ignore them. Thanks. But I understand it's 10:45. I've been on this for an hour and 54. So Hot Rod was like, "Oh man, I'm young. Look at me, woo." Sorry, I got like flashback to Justin Roiland. Yeah, not great. I'm Rodimus Prime. Woo wee. Look at me. I mean, I'm Hot Rod. I'm fishing. I'm racing. As soon as he became Hot Rod again, when Optimus got the Matrix back, he's like, "Ooh, I'm racing with this human kid in my car, testing out these guns." So, so yeah, he wasn't meant to be the leader. He got it foisted. I think that's the word, or foisted upon him, and poof, he's the leader. Of course he's going to be a bad leader. He didn't want it. He wasn't ready for it. But they gave it to him and he said, "I'm going to do the best I can with what I got." And what we had was like opening the matrix and disconnecting a wire and then but I like Rodimus more than I like Optimus because I can relate more. Optimus in the 80s, he was everybody's dad. That's why everyone loves him. He was like, you know, Look, lesson, everybody. Oh, I'm gonna play basketball. Here's a snowball. Come on, Bumblebee, I'm gonna burp you like a little baby that you are, because I'm your dad. So he was everybody's dad in the '80s. That's why people are like, "Oh, I love Optimus," and I'm like, eh. But now I can relate more to Rodimus as the guy who's like, um, I don't know what the hell I'm doing, but I'm doing it. I don't know how to YouTube. I'm not getting all the subscribers, but I'm doing it. So I relate more to Rodimus. I would say he is my favorite character. Favorite toy is another thing. Like from G1, I would say it's Point Blank. I like that toy. He has so much in common with Hot Rod, but you don't like Rodimus. You don't slip him out of the bottom of the trailer and just stand him up like a stick. Who goes like, I'm Rodimus Prime. Look, I'm gonna get on this thing and control this cannon. Everyone's like, "Oh my God, G1 toys were the best," and I'm like, most of them were bricks. They were great for what they were. They were the more expensive toys. If you had to compare Transformers to GoBots, GoBots were way cheaper. Transformers were more expensive because they were from I want to say Japan and Hasbro, but I think so were the GoBots. But the companies were different. Maybe it was licensing thing. Like Takara said, you can have these designs, but we need to get a cut. And Hasbro's like, so we're gonna have to sell them for more. But yeah, next thing, Devin, do you speak to hear Transformers? I don't know if you mistyped this, but maybe if you're talking about if I speak to my wife, but do you speak to her Transformers YouTuber? If I speak to any Transformers YouTubers here, no. The most interaction that I get is with T Fan Page 101, not TF. I made the mistake of that. Not TF Fan Page, T Fan Page 101. Brian from Canada. Hey, he's pretty good. Um, yeah, he's the only big in my mind. He's big because he has like 34,000 subscribers. I think I'm saying that off the top of my head, and I got 3,000. So, but I speak to him. Um, no big person has reached out to me. No one's like, "Hey, want to do collab?" Because I guess oh, I'm joking. I'm joking. No, forget it. I'm not gonna joke. But maybe they don't speak to me because my style, or maybe because I'm not big enough. Um, I have 3,000 subscribers, and the average views that I get are about 50 views per video. So that's why I want to start fresh. I'm pretty sure a lot of subscribers. It's kind of weird. Devin and Nero. I haven't interacted with them before today. I don't know if they've always been watching my videos. If so, thank you. But it's okay. I've realized if I've been sub to you and you see me as unsubscribe, that doesn't mean that I don't like your videos. It just means that my feed, excuse me, it just means that I feel like my feed is getting cluttered. So every so often I'll clear out my feed. I'll unsubscribe people, and then I'll subscribe little by little, and then I'll unsubscribe. But I have noticed that Google, in its infinite data harvesting, it'll show you things of people that you used to watch. So you're like, okay, oh, this person has a new video. Look, it's showing up on my home page, not on my subscription feed, on my home page. So I'm like, okay, and I'll watch the videos. I might resubscribe subscribe again, but it depends. Sometimes there's a lot to watch. Sometimes if I'm starved for content, I'll seek it out. Like I do watch input is reviews, even though I don't agree with everything he says. He got me a little hot under the collar when he talks about HasLab Victory Saber. And I have watched like mm, there's a channel called Microwave Society, which is fun. I like their videos. They seem like cool kids. I say cool kids because I know they're not in their 30s or 40s. With the way they make content, I know they're. I'm sure they're pretty young. Yeah. Me and other YouTubers, I guess we're on different frequencies, which I guess I kind of like because I don't. I I I I'm trying to express what I say, what I mean. I don't want to say like, I'm a leader, not a follower. No, I'll follow some channels. I'll like some people, but I like doing my own thing. I would rather be in running the thing. But I could also see like if I'm gonna do a live stream collab with like Brian with T fan page, I'll let him handle everything, and I could just go with the flow, not worry about anything. But I guess my distinct style has kept me away from the commoners. I don't know, but I think the best way I could summarize it is that when I used to work at a certain company, I won't say because I don't want to give them like bad rep, but this happens in other companies. You have your like morning huddle, your daily meeting where you go and you get all amped up and you're like, let's go store. Yeah, everybody, we're gonna sell. And I'm like in the background, like I just I just wanna do what I gotta do and go home and get paid. I'm not here for like, woo, Hasbro, yeah. I'm not here for that. I like Hasbro, but if I worked for them, I'd be like, here's my work, pay me. Oh, this is cool. But I wouldn't be like waving the flag of Hasbro. Like, yeah. So I don't know. Maybe that's why other YouTubers haven't reached out to me, or I haven't reached out to other YouTubers. I think the reason I haven't reached out is because I have a weird schedule. Like it's Friday, February 10th. It's 10:56 in New York City. That's Eastern Standard Time. I don't know what I'm not going to be like, yo, let's collab. And they live like in England and they have to be up like at 3 in the morning because like it's 10 o'clock for me. Or if they're in Malaysia and I'm like, ooh, I know it's daytime in Malaysia. I believe it's the opposite. Like it would be 10:57 a.m. So it's weird. That's why I don't ask for collabs because I don't want to bother people. And the thing is, once you get like, let's say I find someone um, who I can collab with on the regular, it becomes like a grind. I mean, becomes a part of our routine. Like let's say me and me and a new YouTuber, we start doing like these streams where we talk about Transformers every Thursday at 8. Sometimes I won't feel like I want to do it. Maybe sometimes they'll have to do something. M- Maybe we're not off Thursday. So, and then if you have a relationship like that for 10 years or 5 years, geez, recently a podcast that I've been listening to, and this has happened with an earlier podcast. I, I, I don't know. I'm not going to mention the podcast because it doesn't matter. But these recently, there were these two podcasters that had this podcast, and I was like, wow, they're great friends. They're buddy. They're like, yeah, everybody, cool, yeah, ha ha ha. They had chemistry, like the microwave society guys. They had chemistry. They're doing this podcast. One of them gets accused uh, of SA, sexual assault. One of them gets accused of that, and the other one comes out like, yeah, this guy that you've been listening to, that we've been like buddy, and yeah, he touched me bad in the bad places sometimes, and I'm like, Jesus effing. I'm like, you don't know. It's weird. Like, you don't know. Uh, and that they had they had a relationship for so long. They seemed like they was good, but in the background, like, stuff was happening. So I don't know. I'll collab. A collab. I maybe what I'll do a one off, but to do something for a long time with someone else, to ask them to commit to that, it doesn't seem right to me. Like, I know some YouTubers, they'll be like, "Hey, watching movies with my wife," and it's cute. You'll be like, you'll see them. They'll be watching, reviewing stuff. There's this one badass YouTuber who has a patch. Oh, a patch eye. She's a girl. I don't remember their channel, but they'll be like working together. And part of me asks, like, um, Biokai says, I joined at an odd time at the story. I'm talking about collaborations with YouTubers, or with people, because Devin asked me this question, and I assumed it was if I've spoken to any other YouTubers. But it's like, I at one time I wanted to do videos with my wife, like get her into Transformers, but I would I would feel like maybe she doesn't want to be here. And right now she's not here. She's in the bedroom watching videos on YouTube or Netflix. She's enjoying the best life. And that's great. I love that for her. I would be upset if she was here when she wanted to do something else. So I'm here because I want to do it, but I don't think if I could get someone else to collab with me, like as a team, it would be great. Because as I mentioned before, talking at people is not the same as talking to people. So getting some feedback from someone in real time would be great. I do still get feedback from the chat, but if I do get really big, which I hope I will, I'm gonna be honest. The reason I'm making a new channel is I hope to get big, not fat, but more subscribers, better engagement with my audience. So eh, Nero says, I remember you used to call her baby cakes on the videos. Yeah, baby cakes is an old English term. Like, yeah, baby cakes, come over here. Give me my Tommy gun. We're going to go rob the bank. And moonshine. Pa, 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 pa. Get coppers. You know, it's so old. old phrase. But yeah, I don't want to collab because I don't want to put like a stress on someone else. Also, I think I when I see this, I get like kids and Transformers fans. It's one thing when you're like da 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 da. That's a G1 theme, and you're like choo choo choo. Look, I am Victory Leo, and your little kid is like, Dad or Mom, I want to play with Victory Leo, and you let them play, and they play, but not like, look, son or daughter, I bought you Victory Saber, play with him, and the kid's like, but I'm into SpongeBob. So, it, like I guess I don't want to impose my will on other hosts. But if someone asked me, let's do a collab, I probably would say no but then I would probably think about it and say yes. I'm kind of shy, even though I'm doing this. I'm kind of shy and awkward. I always feel like the first impressions and the most important. So the first impression I usually give is the guy in the corner with the drink. Just I'm just a guy. Then when I get comfortable, I'll be like, ha 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 ha! Did you see that video? But I'm kind of like shy. I'm a shy guy. Da, 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 da. Um, but let me get to the second. That was a long answer, but I got all the time in the world. If you're watching this video and you're like, he's droning on, just I guess you can come back. The video right now is 2 hours and 12 minutes. You could put it in the background while you play a game. There's nothing to see here. I'm just in my 2023 planes. But YouTube is always like, collabs, do collabs. Collabs will get you more money. Collab, collab, collab. And I'm like, I don't know. I'm pretty sure I don't want to be like I guess the angry video game nerd who collabed with the nostalgia critic, and then the nostalgia critic, it was revealed that he was an asshole. So I don't want to be the angry video game. So the next thing, what was your favorite Transformers movie? As an old Fuddy Duddy is a urban dictionary. It's an old person. I identify myself as a fuddy duddy, but I'll call out fuddy duddies who are not progressive. Mostly they're people like me who grew up with G1, but they're like, what? Trans rights? Black Lives Matter? They hate change, even though they love Transformers. But a lot of fuddy duddies like me will say, "What's your favorite Transformers movie?" The 1986 one. Oh boy, nothing like G1. Yeah. Oh, you like the Bayverse? F you. You know, I like the 86 movie, but to be honest, the first time I saw it was on VHS from Blockbuster in like 97. The first time I experienced the movie was as a kid in the 80s through it was a sticker album. The cool thing is that the sticker album came with a little the decoder that comes with Transformers, and you would be able to see what the stickers were without having the stickers. So all you needed was the album and the little decoder. So that's how I experienced it. Also, the Marvel comic book and the Transformers Universe comic, which is great. The universe is basically like files of Transformers with their bios. But 86 movie isn't my favorite. My favorite Bayverse movie would be 3. That's Dark of the Moon. Um, and people if you're asking why Dark of the Moon, all right, the first one was good, but Had a lot of weird stuff. Bumblebee peeing, a masturbation joke as happy time, Sam's happy time. Um, and the action was horrible because if you were alive back then, people would complain that all you would see was in the screen was this whenever the Transformers would fight because the camera was too close to the robots because it was focused on the humans. So it had bad action. The story is decent. The end is kind of whack. It's just like, oh, we're here at the dam. Oh, there's the cube. Oh no, Megatron's getting out. Now Megatron's going to Mission City. Now we have to fight Megatron in the city. Put the cube in my chest. Oh no, put it in that chest. In the end, it kind of sucks. Uh, Revenge of the Fallen uh, is the bad movie. At first, it was bad, but I kind of like it now. It does have some issues, like Skids and Mudflap are obviously African American stereotypes. I mean, you had that stereotype in the first one with Anthony Anderson, eating donuts because he's fat and then getting raided by the FBI. Yeah. But that was the thing that stuck out in everyone's craw back then when it came out. But as time has gone by, I've gotten a better appreciation. Skids and Mudflap are still a little annoying. They're a little funny too. They look ugly as heck. I don't like any of the Bayverse designs. But Skids and Mudflap, but they would make jokes like when they called Leo a chia pet. There's the famous phrase FTJ, FTJ, fuel the jet. There's a kitten calendar. There's that weird scene with the professor, the guy from The Office, who's like, that guy's been accused of of sexual misconduct with his students because he's such a jerk. But then there's the battle with Optimus Prime. Optimus Prime dies, and the movie kind of like limps to the end. You got Soundwave with his Soundwave voices. I love you. With that voice by Frank Welker. Then the Fallen, who looks ugly. The desert battles like boring. Sam dies, which is kind of funny. But then he comes back to life for some reason. He goes to Cybertronian heaven. But the humor, like one man alone, is funny. It's the humor is okay, but structurally it's kind of a mess. But that's not my favorite movie. I'm gonna skip my favorite movie because I like to talk. I got no one to talk to. There's nobody here. So I'm gonna skip the third movie. Get to the fourth movie, Age of Extinction. Everyone was like, "Oh yeah, no more Shia. We got Cade Yeager, uh, played by hate crime doing Mark Wahlberg." I don't know. People say people get canceled, but it's just look at his Wikipedia. His younger years is troubled. I don't know what his views are now, but I don't know. I don't trust it. But he's like an inventor. He's not even a good inventor. He has a daughter. The daughter has a boyfriend. They have the Romeo and Juliet thing, which is awkward as f. Michael Bay, what the hell? You can't just say, "Oh no, she's 24, he's 27." No, it's like, "Oh, she's underage, he's overage." Michael Bay, I don't know. It's unnecessary. But then you get Optimus gets a new redesign, which is ugly. He got the pipes. Boop. His truck is ugly too. It's too round. Like my robot's boxy. You get new characters who kind of suck. They're all a-holes to each other. And then at the end, everyone was like, Dinobots, Dinobots. At the end, the Dinobots show up, rampage in the city, and then they disappear. Bye bye, bye bye. And it's like, this sucked. And then we jump into Transformers the last night, which everyone says is bad. I should maybe I should edit this out and put it on my AV channel. So Transformers the last night, bad on all accounts. Ugly designs, long as the day is long, long. It, it was supposed to have the bad guy was slapped Optimus, and then he was evil. I'm evil, and he gets snapped out by Bumblebee saying, "Optimus, it's me, your friend." Oh, Bumblebee, I haven't heard you talk in so long. Like the first movie, or at the beginning of Bumblebee. So it was long. It was dumb. It looks like they were like, let's focus on the humans. So now Mark Hate Crime Wahlberg, he has the his thing, and he's running around with this girl Vivian, and Anthony Hopkins got on my nerves. He got on my effing nerves. He's telling the prime minister, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. And I'm like, someone shoot him. Megatron did shoot him when he was strolling around Stonehenge. Like, what are you doing? This is a battle zone. And you're just like, doop a doop a doop a doop. And he flew, and I laughed. I didn't see it in the theater, though, but I laughed. It was kind of dumb. And then they ended on a cliffhanger. Do not do that. They ended it on a cliffhanger. And now, rumor has it, Rise of the Beast is gonna tie in to the Bayverse, like X-Men: Days of Future Past. So then you got Bumblebee. Bumblebee is good. No, it's Bumblebee is average. It's mid, as the kids these days would say. It's meh, as people in the early aughts would say. But the first scene on Cybertron is great. I'm still wondering who's that big robot marching behind Ratchet. There's in the first few seconds, Ratchet is boom, 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 and you see a big robot walk past him in the back. I want to say it's Warpath. I don't know, but they should make a toy of him. That Cybertron scene is great, but then all the Charlie stuff is cheap, because they had to save on the budget. Last night didn't make as much money. So it's cheap and it's me. Um, I feel sorry for Charlie. Sorry, Charlie. Maybe they made that name as a joke. I don't know. I feel sorry for her, but I don't like her, but I don't hate her. She's just me, average. And everything happens. Bumblebee is acting like a baby for some reason, even though he can't talk. He knows how to transform. He's like, Google Gaga, Google. Oh, I stepped on this thing, Google Gaga. I'm smushing the toilet paper and this car that I'm destroying. I don't know. And the most awkward thing is at the end, the love interest of Charlie Memo, who's probably been raised on a steady diet of 80s movies, where to get the girl, all you have to do is try hard enough, keep at it, wear her down. That doesn't work. Don't do that. Don't do that. So after wearing her down, he tries to hold her hand, and she's like, not ready. And that was weird. I was like, I know how that feels, Memo. I think the actor is Dominican. I know how that feels, but why? Why even have this? Why even have Memo as he didn't need to be a love interest. He could have been. He didn't have to be in a movie, but that's so weird. It's kind of like, oof, he got rejected, and I don't know. Is she ever gonna reciprocate? Doesn't seem like it. I think she's just like just friends. Because if you're a guy, please realize that women do have a fear of like telling a guy no, because guys can become violent. They could be like, what are you talking about? So yeah, I think she's like putting him in the friend zone, but that's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. But I'm not telling you no, so you don't get angry. But it's not going to. But that was weird. But I'm just gonna. Nero put up a comment. I'll get to it. I'm just rambling on, making content. Some people might be mad about what I say, but it's engagement. That's what I lack. So, Transformer Bumblebee is kind of weird. That end is always weird to me. I own it on DVD. I recently watched it. I have the DVD there. That's what I'm looking at. I bought it like at Rite Aid for like $2. They were having a sale, and it was peg warming. But the only good thing I can say about Bumblebee is that Shatter's design as a lady, as a female, she got cat mouth. Meow. Cat mouth. Wow. So I'm gonna go to my favorite movie after like talking for like 20 minutes. Gonna go to my favorite movie, which is Revenge. No, Dark of the Moon. I watched Dark of the Moon with my wife in the movie theater. It's in New York City. It's the Regal on Union Square, right next to Mid Forbidden Comics, the Forbidden Planet. That movie theater is closing down due to sales, not the pandemic. I think the pandemic hurt it, but we went there, we watched it, and I remember the scene where the building's falling and everyone's sliding towards their apparent death. My wife is like, the building's like, and baby cakes is like, so that's my favorite movie. That and other stuff. I do think that Shia LaBeouf, he was annoying. He did some annoying things that I find funny now, but the first time I saw it was annoying. Like when he's trying to start the car and he's just like kicking the s out of it. He's like, gun, 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 gun. That's funny. And then the McDreamy comes and says, "You need help." The other scene that it annoyed me the first time, but now I find it funny. The other scene that annoys me, I think it still does, is when he's trying to get into Sector 7 and the car gets caught on the things and he's just like yelling like a maniac, like, whoa, whoa. I'm like, dude, what the hell? What the F is up with you? What's your problem? But I remember seeing in the trailers that he had a gun and like, oh boy, Sam grows up. He got a gun. He didn't shoot anybody. I don't think they gave him the gun. I remember in the trailer, but I felt like this was the his character grew up. Now he had a gun. He was a man. America. But but I think the progression was great. I like the parents. I've always liked the parents. I identify with the dad a lot. the wife can kind of get annoying. In part two, she got annoying with the brownies. But I like the dad. He's funny. Kevin Dunn. He was on Veep. He was in this movie with Chris Farley called Almost Heroes. He's a funny dude. The great casting. Um, and then you got the allusions to G1 with the Autobots getting into the rocket and going into space, and then the rocket got destroyed. But haha, they weren't on the rocket. There's the designs are still ugly. Q is ugly as hell. We got the death of Ironhide. I like Ironhide. The design, he looks like a bull, and his truck is okay. It's a little plain, but it's okay. And Optimus finally killed Megatron. He what, like cleaved him in half, cleaved his head in half, and decapitated him. And I think he killed Sentinel with his rust gun. So, yeah, but that's Murder Prime. That's the Bayverse Prime. He's a murderer. He did finish. He did end the conflict. In the cartoon, it would be taking Megatron to jail, arresting him. But I guess there's no jail on Earth that could hold him. So it would be like Superman, Man of Steel, where he snapped this guy's neck. But it was the end. Megatron was gone. Sentinel Prime was gone. The Earth was as peace. A Cybertron, I think it was left near Earth's orbit or it went back. I don't remember. And that's going to cause some tidal damage, some Earth damage. But I'm sure it went back for the next movies. But it was like an end. It was a final. It was a finality. You didn't have to keep doing more. And Michael Bay was like, I'm not doing any more. Until they dropped a suitcase of money in front of him. And they're like, more money, please. And I'm back. I'm back. He's back for Rise of the Beast, but as a producer, but he's back. So, Dark of the Moon is my favorite. Took me 30 minutes. All right, Devin said, just call me Devin. This old comment by Nero says Vinesauce does a whole stream on those misleading mobile games. They are wild. I mostly play stuff like Words with Friends or Word Lie or Wordle. Word Lie. So yeah, I'll check out his channel, Vinesauce. Hey kids, I voted. This is a stylus pen. It's pretty cool. You get these for free for voting. Vinesauce. I'll check it out. There's only one S in Vinesauce. But yeah, I hate when mobile games do that. It's like, here's this new game, pre-register. Look, it looks like an anime. It looks like Honkai Impact. I love Honkai Impact because it looks like an anime, but it's also a game. There's a game called Hi-Fi Rush that basically does the same thing Honkai did, but it's animated like American animation. I want to play it. It's not free. It's $30. One of these days when it goes on sale, I'll get it on Steam. But I'll check it out, Nero. Nero's other speaking of free things on Audible, Audible gives you free credit for any book if you're interested. I heard Audible is Amazon's best kept secret. That has something to do with scams. Um, there's a channel called Folding Ideas. He did a video about the, I think they're called the Mickelson twins, where you make someone else do your audiobook, but you get money. It's kind of a scam. But check out his video. If you like long form videos like this, that are like 2 hours. Check it out. It's good background listening. Uh, Devin said, I'll see you later. Biokai said, I joined at an odd time of the story. You're right. Neo says, I used to remember when you used to call her baby cakes. She's still my baby cakes. The bad thing is that one of my coworkers co-opted baby cakes for her husband. I did not like that. Biokai says, I was a kid when the Bayverse films were coming out, but personally, I really enjoyed Skids and Mudflap. I thought they were surprisingly funny and surprisingly badass. They were funny. They were ugly. Um, they did get the job done at the end by killing Devastator, and you were rooting for them not to die. But backlash made them that they didn't show up. I think they hardly show up in Dark of the Moon. But I just didn't like the designs, and there was a little bit of stereotyping with them. So, Anira says, are you looking forward to Transformers Rise of the Beast? I would love to see a redesign of Bat Trap. One of the things that I will enjoy this year is not buying Transformers Rise of the Beast. I've never been a fan of Meat Beast, and the designs of the Rise of the Beast Maximals. We haven't seen any Predacons. The Maximals, they don't look that great. I'm thinking about Optimus Primal. It's like a combination. His shoulder pads, he has like armor and fur coming out from under it, like hairs from a beard. It's weird. A lot of people have complained that his colors are too muted, that he should have more colors like blue and white. Cheetor, we've seen Eraser and Rhinox, but I don't like the designs. They're meat beast. Will I watch the movie? Yeah, I'll watch it. Um, I can be entertained by a comic book with a good story but ugly art. Thanks, Liefeld. But uh, um, I don't know. I'm probably gonna wait for it to come to Paramount Plus. So a lot of stuff is probably gonna be spoiled for me. But I'll try to avoid it. Like if I want to watch something like a movie and I see a podcast or a video show up, like if Red Letter Media makes a video about like a movie I'm gonna watch, I don't watch it. Unless I want to get spoiled, unless I'm willing to get spoiled, I won't watch it or I won't listen to a podcast. So I'm gonna be avoiding a lot of reviews. But I'm looking forward to it. We still don't know what Mirage looks like. Hopefully, he looks like Jazz, but because I like Jazz's cool design. He has like the just a visor, but Mirage he has like the Sphinx thing going on. I think that's what they're gonna go with. He has like these vents on the side of his head, on his big round head. But we haven't seen what Mirage looks like. But I hope he looks like Jazz. RC looks great. I like her head design. The body could use a little more work. I think it's too plain, but it's already done. It's not like because they're listening to me, they're going to do a Sonic the Hedgehog and go and edit her design and maybe add more vents or more colors. But she's more red than white. I don't like that. But her head design is great. I like it. It's expressive. It's the way I would do G1 in live action. Like like if you took away Bumblebee's Bobo, his pacifier, and gave him a face, I would do it like in that style. Like looks like skin but has like some lines for movement. But I am looking forward to it. But I don't think I'm going to buy any of the toys. I'm going to save my money. And if those show up at in closeout stores, then yeah, then I'll buy those toys. But not for full price, not for retail. I did get a couple of Bumblebee figures because some of them showed up in Burlington for $12.99. I got Car Shatter and Cogman. But I think that's it. It's 2:40. I've answered all of these questions. I got two viewers hanging on. Thanks for hanging on. And I was going to mention that the thing is, if I hopefully I don't get too big where I can't interact with the audience on the chat. Like this is my favorite part of live streams. When people don't show up, kind of feel sad, but I do have a program to run on. You think you think though what I think my voice is raspy from talking too long. You think they're going to bring back Megatron? Yes. Um, I don't know. Maybe at the end he'll show up like Unicron. But from what I've heard, Rise of the Beast is gonna sink into the timeline with the Bayverse. So Unicron might show up. People, that's the rumor. Like you see when Bumblebee is getting killed, that's probably gonna be like at the end of the timeline, and then um, they're gonna come back. The Maximals gonna come back. Oh no, we jumped too far back. Now we're in the past. Oh, guess we gotta wait here. Like I know some movies did that. I know an episode of the Orville did that with one of their characters. He was sent into the past. They went to the past to find him, but they got there 3 years after him. So it'll be like, oh, we jumped into the prehistoric past. Guess we're just gonna have to wait around until Optimus shows up in 1984 or whatever. So then when they meet up, it's like, wait, you've seen the meeting where Prime is pointing his newly minted hand cannon, which people have complained he didn't have a hand cannon in the first one. Remember when he was jumping over and shooting like in the G1 movie? Hand cannons, I explained, they're kind of weird because where does the ammunition come from? If it's bullets, do you get shorter and shrink as you fire more bullets? If it's lasers, does it take from your core spark and then you're like, I've shot all my shots. I gotta rest because my bullets come from my soul. It doesn't make sense. I would rather have a weapon that you can reload, you have ammunition, you don't have to worry about where's the ammunition coming from. But we've all seen the scene where Prime and Primal confront each other, so that's probably when their timelines catch up. And then he explains, oh no, a great evil is coming. It's Unicron. But here come the Terracons who are heralds of Unicron with Scourge, the tracker. You see, Scourge? And because there is a scene where there's a battlefield and there's a bunch of this is the scene in the trailer that shows you battle trap, and you see a lot of other no name guys running around in the background who are just like um, cannon fodder. Like there was cannon fodder at the end of the last night. There's cannon fodder at the end of Age of Extinction. So these are Unicron's heralds. So that was like I think that's like the last battle after Bumblebee was killed or something. But I think it has to do with time travel, and it sounds interesting. I'll give it a watch. But then again, usually if something comes out in a franchise that I've watched, I'll watch it. Like the last thing I watched was VHS 99 from the VHS franchise on Shutter. Those movies are kind of garbage, but they're entertaining. I'll watch it. And Nero says, before you go, I did want your opinion for finding Marvel Universe figures, if you know. It really sucks those got discontinued. Um, I, I, uh, I don't have any recommendations. I am planning on selling some of my toys. I do have a couple Marvel Universe figures. I would probably sell them on eBay and maybe Amazon. But I don't want to rush you. I don't want you to be like, when's it coming? When's it coming? And I'll be like, ah. So just keep an eye out. Um, I, I will list some stuff from my toys on eBay. Now that I'm not getting any government assistance from the government, well, um, I'm gonna see if I dive into making my own store. I know it's not the best time, with inflation, companies are laying off people, so it's like, we don't got enough money to pay you. Eh, everything's scarce, everything's going up. But I do, if I do sell my stuff on eBay, I won't be a jerk. I do realize there are jerk stores like Toy Whiz and Big Bad Toy Store that they'll put something up and they'll leave it for that price. And years, decades will pass, and that price is still up. It's like, right? You'll see like Victory Leo, price $1,000. Posted now. 2023. And then you come back in 3033, Victory Leo, $1,000. And you're like, nobody's going to buy it for that price. The stuff that I have to sell, I want to sell. I don't want to sit on it like some store. Like people show me toy stores on Facebook from other countries. They're like, look, my Toys R Us in Manila full of Transformers. And I'm like, yeah, because they're expensive as hell. Or you go into a little mom and pop store or a comic book store. Oh my God, they got Omega Supreme. You look at the price, $400. You're like, yeah, of course they have it because it's super expensive. So I want to get rid of my stuff, not super expensive. I'll probably put some stuff as a listing and some stuff as a bid. Bid will probably be like if I just have one of them, and on sale will probably be like if I have more, if I have multiples. Because I think do a auction of multiples of one thing. It was like I have multiple. Um, put all my toys away. Where's my fiddlebot? I have multiple Scourge from Studio Series 86 for auction. So the first one will go like $30. So $20. The first one will get a higher price, then the next one will have another lower price, and then the other one after it. Let's if you do an auction of multiples. So I don't know, but I'll work with it. I'll let you guys know. I worked in customer service almost all my life, so I know about the customers. The thing with customers, you have to be honest with them. If there's a delay in the shipment, or if they're not getting something, let them know. Look, this is what's going on. Um, uh, this is what going on. We're sorry. Like I guess Zazie, when they were like, you know, we had to cancel your orders of Victory Sabers, and everyone's like, I paid for that MTO, that made to order, and I'm like, yeah, a whole bunch of them sunk in the ocean. So yeah, of course they're gonna have trouble. That's probably why they're making the new. They're gonna make some for people who have complaints, but also to compensate There's people that were like, I think in Asia, that their boat sunk and they didn't get their stuff, or the people in the EU that had their Zavi stuff canceled. But I don't think just because some baby Transformers fan is like, I wasn't able to get Unicron because I didn't have the money back then. Make it again, please. No, forget you. You had your chance. But if you're gonna do it to replace people who got their orders canceled or their ships sunk in the ocean, not people who have QC issues, not that. I wouldn't advocate for that because everyone and their mom is going to come out and be like, oh, this joint's a little loose. Can I get another one? And you're going to be stuck, Hasbro, with a bunch of MTOs that you do not want, that maybe will sell, but if you sell the defective ones to other people without letting them know they're defective, they're just going to want an exchanger. So you opened a whole can of worms, Hasbro, by doing that. I don't think that's good for you. Nero says, I'm done with Big Bad Toy Store. Had the wrong date for a good smile figure. It was stupid. Yeah, Big Bad Toy Store, the only thing I would recommend them for is if you missed out. Like for the longest, they had this 2 pack of Siege figures of Megatron and Optimus. So if you didn't have Siege, Megatron, and Optimus, you could get them. They're sold out right now. For the longest, they had a 2 pack of Thrilling 30 RC and Thrilling 30 Chromia for $30. So Big Bad Toy Store is good for old stuff. Like if you're like, whoops, I forgot an old toy. Maybe they have it in stock. Check it out. The price might be a little high, not as high as Toy Wiz, but you might find what you're looking for. And if Neo says, speaking of your toy collection, I would love that for a future video. Your entire toy collection. I want to do a video of the storage. The bad thing is that when some of the boxes that I used have our home address stamped on them, because if you haven't noticed, usually when you get something shipped to you, they'll have the label with your address, the return address too. And but they'll also put like the first four, your house number and your street on the box and marker. So a lot of boxes that I've used had that. I have to cover it up before I start filming. I don't want to dox myself. But yeah, I do want to show off my collection. It's kind of scary. I need to unload. That's quite a load to have to explode. What a lovely lass. I had to blow up her ass, but now must hit the road. All right. All right, with that quote from Leprechaun, I think Leprechaun 3 in Vegas, I'm going to go 2:53. It's almost 3 hours. Um, I still have one person left. That's probably you, Nero. Thank you, everybody. If you guys have anything to plug in the future, you guys can let me know. I'm always willing to give a shout out. I'm guessing these YouTube channels of my commentators, they do exist. Sometimes it'll be someone who will have like Chipper. That's a bio guy. Chipper has a YouTube account, but he doesn't have any content. So I subscribe to him, but after a while, I'm like, eh. But yeah, if you have anything to plug, I will probably plug it here. And Nero says that it is his channel. But if you want to give you any of these guys a follow, I'll check them out, and I might subscribe. Might subscribe and then unsubscribe. I don't know. I'm fickle, but I know you're there. And like I said, the algorithm always keeps you guys in my heart, or at least in my home feed. Anyways, I'm tired. I'm tired and wasted. I'm fed up with this world. And my brother told me, don't always give your references at the end, but it gets kind of weird and annoying. But that was Tommy Wiseau from the room because I'm not wasted. Anyways, I'm Aries 83. Let me see. I do think I have an end video. Um, this, all right. I guess this is the last one. So, so I guess I'm gonna go out with a bang. I uploaded a song. This is called All the Same from Key Theory. I guess let me play it as I fade out to the background. Hopefully not too loud. I like this song. I found this song this podcast called Dog. They're not as good as they used to be, but they were good back then when they used this song. So now that I'm leaving, I just want to say keep coming. The content's always going to be here. I'm not going to show up. My ugly mug's not going to be here. But I'll be keeping an eye on you through the analytics, not through cookies or tracking software. But I'll be keeping an eye on what happens with the channel. I'm not closing it because I know all the information and the videos here are valuable information for people. Um, it's a repository of information. Um, I hope it helps. I hope it helps you learn how to transform toys, or in my unboxings, what should come with a toy. My live streams don't get as much views, but they will still stay up as a snapshot of the times and the life of one Aries0083, John Cruz. I am going to be appearing on the internet and YouTube somewhere else, but it's not going to be here. It's going to be my new channel. It's Aries0083 SR for senior because I'm old. And I want to talk like an adult because one of the first videos I'm going to do is about cursing, how it always feels wrong to say the cock-a-doodle car instead of saying the MFR car. Because cursing is part of language. But I'll leave you. See you then. Wait. Well, bye.